Hello everyone, welcome to Indian Judicial Service. Today we are going to discussing here constitutional law. In this video we discuss here the union, especially the part executive part, which are mentioned in article 52 to 78, and same thing is state contest and the state executive parts, and which are mentioned in article 153 to 167. This video is the 23rd video of constitutional law series, and if you are not watched the previous video, all the link of previous videos are available in our description box. Please go and watch these videos, and those who want the PDF file of this video series, the PDF file will be uploaded in our Telegram group, and the link of Telegram group is also available in our description box. You may join through the links. Before starting this video, I request you please like, share and subscribe our channel. Now come to the point. Question number 391. So these questions are very important and easy question, so it is easily remembered by you by reading this question and listening this question. So first question here, the ex officio chairman of the Council of State. So Council of State means the Rajya Sabha. So ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha is always in India is vice president. Vice president is the chairman of Rajya Sabha, and he get this post and this office as ex officio to becoming the vice president of India. So option A here, President of India. Option B, Speaker of Lok Sabha. Option C, Vice President. Option D, none of the above. So clearly answer here option C, Vice President of India. And this provision is provided in which article? So article 64. Article 64 of Constitution dealt with this thing. Now question number 392. The power to dissolve the Lok Sabha is vested with. So power to dissolve the Lok Sabha is vested with option A, President of India on the advice of Prime Minister. Option B, Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Option C, Council of Ministers. Option D, Lieutenant Governor of the Union Territory. So it is a clear answer here, President of India on the advice of Prime Minister. So answer is here option A. Question number 393. The Vice President of India is elected by. So Vice President of India is elected by the members of both houses of Parliament assembled at joint meeting. So this thing is provided in Article 66 of the Constitution. So there is a vast difference between the election of the President and the election of the Vice President. In election of the Vice President, all the member of both house means Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha participate at a joint meeting, but in case of President, only elected member, this is very important. First important point is elected member participate from Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha. And same thing in state, there is a elected MLA, member of Legislative Assembly, is also participating in the case of election of President, but in case of Vice President, only total member both houses of Parliament means Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabhas at joint meeting participate in the election of Vice President. So this thing is the basic difference between the election of President and Vice President. So answer of this question is there option D. Now question number 394. The executive power of the state is vested. So executive power of state is vested in the governor of state. So clearly answer here option C. Now question number 395. The power of government to grant pardon and to suspend, remit or commute the sentence in certain cases is the statutory power is given in. So this power is given in under Article 161 of the Constitution, and this power is provided to the Governor of India, Governor of state, not India. But in same thing, same type of power provided in Article 72, and Article 72 is the power of the President to grant pardon, suspend, remit and commute these things there. So this power is for President and under Article 161 and to the Governor. So answer is here option B. Now question number 396. The definition, appointment and terms etc. of governors of state has been given in. So before solving this question, now we are going to discussing the state means a part 6 of the Constitution. So part 6 dealing with the state, definition of state. So state is provided in part 6 of the constitution, and it also divided into 6 chapters. So first chapter dealing with the definition of state. So it is definition of state, it provided in article 52, and second chapter dealt with the executive, same as the union, part 5, and it is the part 6 for the state. So it is related to the executive, and its extension is article 153 to 167, and third chapter dealt with the state legislative power. So it is the state legislative power, and this articles and this provisions extension is here article 168 to 213. And now fourth chapter dealt with the legislative power of the governor. So it is legislative power of governor. So it is power of governor, and it provided in article 213 dealing with the legislative power of governor. Now chapter 5 dealt with the high court. So it is dealt with the high court in the state, high court in particular states, in the state, and in the state, and its provision is provided in article 214 to article 232, and last one means chapter number 6. Chapter 6 dealing with the subordinate court. So subordinate courts is provided in article 233 to 237. So there are the 6 chapter in part 6 of the constitution, means the states, and this thing is provided. So executive power definition and power is provided in article 153 to 167, and it is the definition of state, like article 12 of the constitution. So clearly here in this question. Now come to our question. So option A here, part 6 chapter 1 and 2 under article 153 to 162. So option B here, part 6 chapter 1 article 152 to 162. Now option 3 C here, part 6 chapter number 1 and 2 article 152 to 162, and last one here, part 6 chapter 2 article 153 to 162. So clearly answer is here option D, means the definition, appointment and terms etc. of the governor of, so this is very important, governor of state has been given in part 6 chapter 2 article 153 to 162. So this is our answer here. Question number 397. Which one of the following is incorrect statement as regard to term of office of governor? So term of office of governor is provided in article 156 of the constitution. So 156 deals with the governor shall hold office during the pleasure of the president. So this thing is provided in clause 1 of the article 156 of the constitution. Now option A here, the governor writing his hand under his hand addressed to president resigning his office. Yes, this statement is absolutely correct. Governor writing under his hand addressed to president resigning office, and this thing is provided in article 156 clause 2, dealt with this thing. Now option B, the governor in his office as long as the president is pleased with his function. Yes, the governor hold his office during the pleasure of president. So this is also this statement is also correct here. Now option C here, the term is 5 years from the date assuming, this is important, the office. Yes, this statement is also correct. Now last one, the term is 5 years till he attain the age of 65. This statement is wrong here, because the governor hold his office during the pleasure of the president. So clearly answer here option D, because this statement is wrong here. 398. Give the correct response. Option A, the president is the executive head of the union. Yes, absolutely correct statement. And he exercise no legislative judicial power. This is wrong statement. He may exercise the legislative as well as judicial, like legislative proclamation of the ordinance, and judicial power the pardoning, and these are the quasi judicial power. So this is wrong here. Option B, the president is the part of parliament. Yes, this statement is absolutely correct, and the question asked here the correct statement, so it is our answer here. Option B, the president is the part of the parliament, and this is clearly provided in Article 79. Article 79 dealt with the constitution of parliament, and the parliament constituted by the upper house, lower house, and president. So this thing is here. So answer here option B. Now question number 399. The president appoints option A, advocate general, option B, solicitor general, option C, council of ministers, and option D, controller and auditor general of India. So controller and auditor general of India is appointed by the president, so this statement is correct. And council of ministers of union, so if there is a full union, is appointed by the president under Article 75 of the constitution. Means the head of the council of ministers is the prime minister and shall be appointed by the president, and other ministers shall be appointed by the president on the advice of prime minister, and this thing clearly provided in Article 75. But there is only mentioned council of ministers, that's why we choose only option D, because controller and auditor general of India clearly appointed by the president of India. So answer here option D. Now question number 400. Question 400 here. Give correct response to council of ministers are collectively responsible to the president of India. Option B here, council of ministers are collectively responsible to the parliament. So option C here, council of ministers are collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. This is very important here. And option D here, council of ministers are collectively responsible to the prime minister. So option C is correct here. Council of ministers are collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha according to Article 75 clause 3. Clause 3 deal with this thing. Council of ministers are collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha, not Rajya Sabha. If they are responsible towards the Rajya Sabha also, in that time option B will correct, because the parliament consisting of the president, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. So answer here option C. Now question number 401. The governor hold office for period of 5 years. Option B, a period of 4 years. Option C, till the pleasure of president. Yes, it may be correct. Option D, during the pleasure of president, and if not recalled earlier, for the period of 5 years, but continue in the office thereafter till the successor take over. So this statement is absolutely correct here. So answer is here option D. Now question number 402. The executive head of state is the governor, but he is a formal executive. The real executive consists of, so real executive consists of here council of minister, option B, chief minister and council of minister, option C, governor and chief minister, and option D, chief minister, council of state and chief secretary of the state. So clearly answer here option B, chief minister and council of ministers. So executive head of the state is chief minister and council of ministers. So option B correct here. Question number 403. The governor also act as an agent of central government. So here governor act as the agent of central government in the state. When he act in that capacity, he is responsible to option A, president of India, option B, central government, option C, prime minister, option D, prime minister and his council of minister. So answer of this question is here option A, president of India. He is responsible, means the governor is responsible to president of India. So clearly answer here option A. Now question number 404. In the performance of his duty, in the exercise of his power, the governor is answerable in the court of law. Option B, is not answerable in the court of law. Option C can be impeached by the Vidhan Sabha. Option D is answerable to Vidhan Sabha. So in performance of his duty in the exercise of power, the governor is not answerable in the court of law. So answer is there, option B. Now question number 405. Only that person is qualified to be the governor of state who is citizen of India and who has completed the age of 35 year. Option B, who is to be elected to Vidhan Parishad. Option C, who has completed the age of 30 year and who has not hold any office of profit. And option D, who is not a member of any house of parliament or state legislature. So only that person qualified to be a governor of state who is citizen of India and who has completed the age of 35 years. So answer is here, option A, and this provision is provided in article 157. Now we are going to finish this video, and if you like this video, please click on like button. If you are still not subscribed our channel, please subscribe it, and please press the bell icon button which will provide you further notification of our videos. Thank you for watching Indian Judicial Service.